Hello, Hokies. This is the Game Day Preview GDP for the ACC Championship game, along with Virginia Tech Hall of Famer Mike Burnop. I'm John Laaser. Mikey, we'll get to Clemson in a moment, but first, what the Hokies have accomplished and what this appearance and opportunity means to Justin Fuente's program.
Yeah, you got to love it. I mean, he came on the job less than a year ago, really, when you think about it. The fact that they got 9 wins, he got the senior class to buy into what he was selling, and they win the Commonwealth Cup. They're sitting there winning the Coastal Division and a chance to play a great team like Clemson in the bowl game or the championship game. That's a heck of a year for those guys, and it's been fun to watch, and I'm happy for them for all the hard work that they put in.
Here are some of the names that will keep Bud Foster and company up in the lead up to this game. Deshaun Watson, Wayne Gallman, Mike Williams, the list goes on and on. There are playmakers and talented athletes all across this offense for Clemson, but Virginia Tech anticipates having Greg Stroman back, and they seem to be as healthy as they've been since maybe late September.
Well, when you look at what happened in their game against South Carolina, their rival game, they took care of South Carolina just like Virginia Tech took care of Virginia. I mean, Watson, he carved them up like a Thanksgiving turkey. It was unbelievable. 6 touchdown passes. Mike Williams caught 3. I mean, they've got athletes lays all over the place. So it's going to really drive Bud Foster crazy. How do we defend them and pick your poison somewhere? The thing about Watson, you know, he had about 1,100 yards last year. He's only got over 400 this year. So I think with the knee injury and the fact he's got so many weapons, he hasn't run the ball as much as he did before. But you got to be concerned because he's a true dual threat quarterback. So, yeah, it's going to be a nightmare from that standpoint. But, yeah, having Stroman back should help. And the fact that you got a pretty good offense on the other side of the ball for Virginia Tech helps as well.
Well, while Clemson was carving up the Gamecocks, the Hokies had their own feast at the expense of the Virginia Cavaliers. And more importantly, the offense seemed to get better and progress, namely Gerard Evans. Again, no weaknesses across the defensive front for Clemson. How do the Hokies gear this game to their strengths offensively? And also, might this be a kitchen sink type game where we see some things we have not seen before from Brad Cornelsen?
Well, we've seen some of those plays in games that for whatever reason, maybe they haven't worked. And ineligible man downfield, a lineman downfield. We've seen some trick plays that haven't worked. In this type of game, yeah, you're going to pull out all the stops without question. This could be a shootout. But you got to love the way the offense performed against UVA. You think about the balance they had. 289 rushing, 290 passing, or vice versa, whatever it was. But that was a season high in yards. And it all went back to the offensive line. They gave Gerard Evans a ton of time to throw. The running game was there because they opened up holes. And some of the weapons that Virginia Tech had were able to shine in that game. So it's going to be a great matchup. Potential to be a shootout? Absolutely. And then you got to worry about the special teams then.
He's Mike Burnop. I'm John Laaser. Justin Fuente alluded to the fact that this is the first time the Hokies will be the underdog in a game since the battle at Bristol, something they're conscious of, and he said something they feel good about. Also, something we feel good about, it's a night kick at 8 o'clock for the ACC Championship game, which means Mike, myself, and the rest of our broadcast crew have all day to explore SeaWorld. Hope the rest of Hokie Nation makes it to Orlando as well. This has been the Game Day Preview in advance of the ACC Championship game.